Hi all! Today's writing vlog is going to look a little bit different than some of my others. In the first week of October, I took some time to visit Vermont and to go up to the mountains and take some time off from all the crazy stuff I've been doing this fall. I spent nearly a year writing this book and working on it so hard and really not seeing much of the world. So this trip was a chance to make up for some lost time and get out into nature before winter. But of course I couldn't leave the writing behind, especially with NaNoWriMo coming up right around the corner and a whole draft to finish before then. It was definitely a challenge to balance a tough writing quota as well as wanting to live life, and to take an opportunity to really see some things I'd never seen before and to enjoy all the beauty around me. But at the end of the day, this trip was the best thing that I've done all year, and I'm so glad that I was able to see some culture, libraries, and beautiful nature, but also take my writing with me and enjoy all that life has to offer. I left this trip with a lot of new ideas and a lot of energy for my future projects. I hope you enjoy this vlog and all the fall colors of Vermont. Today I am in a new space. I'm in a lodge in Vermont and it's so lovely here. It's the first week of October, so the leaves are just insane. They're so beautiful. I've been doing vlogs of every 2 weeks of my drafting process, but this week's a little different because I'm on vacation. So I'm trying to make this as creative a trip as I can, even while making sure to live in the moment as well. And so we'll see how I balance that. Just a quick intro for those who don't know, I'm working on a fantasy project that I am rewriting from a previous draft that was really, really long and just didn't have a good structure. And so I replotted it over several months and now I'm writing it again. I've been writing it for the last 2 months. I have 120,000 words in the draft. Obviously, it's going to be overwritten and I'm going to have to cut a lot, but that's just something I know about myself and am just putting in the revision problem bucket. The goal with this draft is to finish it with a little bit of extra time left in October to prep for my NaNoWriMo project, and I have to finish this book before I can get there, but then that'll be a great break for me to let this book sit because this is a more serious project right now, and go back and edit it after the NaNoWriMo. So that's my plan, and I just have to finish this book in time to do it. So writing on vacation becomes not only necessary, but also I'm right in the all is lost moment and the dark night of the soul moment. And it's so emotionally gripping that I feel to let these emotions just stop right in the middle of this really critical moment is driving me crazy. So I had to keep writing. On with the update. Today is October 3rd. I didn't write on October 1st, which was 2 days ago because there was a lot of traveling going on. We were on the road all day, so no reason to write that day. But yesterday, I got up really early and I wrote for an hour. So I wrote 1,000 words and I thought, you know what, I just better get some progress in. Today, we did an exploration of a historic site and it was really pretty. So now we're home to this beautiful lodge and I'm going to do my hour of writing and I'm actually going to do an hour of reading as well. And I'm going to try to beta read a little bit. I have a deadline with that of November. So let's get to writing. Okay, I wrote about 1,500 words. I finished chapter 26, and that means that I finished about half a chapter since I've been out here, and I am feeling really good about my progress actually because I've been doing it in much smaller sound bites than I was in the past couple of weeks, and so I'm just taking it 1,000, 1,500 words at a time has actually really been working while I've been out here, making sure I'm living life, but also keeping up with my story and making sure that I don't feel annoyed because I know there's so much going on in my book right now, and I really want to be there and get to it and make sure I'm not forgetting details, but feeling like I'm handling both at the same time. So I feel great about it. I'm gonna go read, forget about the workload for a minute, but I will see you in the next update. in a cabin, and we just went up to a couple mountains today and a lake, and it was so pretty. I just loved every minute of it. It definitely makes me feel thoughtful. It doesn't necessarily make me feel creative, but it makes me feel like restful. And it's been so weird being away from my project for so long. There definitely have been stretches in the last couple months where I've been away from my project for this long, but this just feels like my mind's been like wiped of it. But I finally have some time tonight, so I think I'm gonna try to work on it a little bit. So I'm in chapter 27, and one of the problems that I am encountering right now is that I randomly just started like brainstorming with my husband while we were like on a long drive yesterday, and both of us came up with this idea for it that changes a lot. It wouldn't be a rewrite, but it would be a significant edit. But it's a good one though, and it's about something that I like was always shaky on, and basically that makes writing the next part hard because I'm like, okay, do I just stick with what I had before, or do I add in the new information now and so I don't have to go back and change it later? Basically, if somebody reads it from the beginning to the end with this draft, they're going to have no idea what's going on because there's something new added into the last quarter that isn't there in the first three quarters. And I think that's what I'm going to do, which is definitely strange because it makes me feel like the story is disjointed in my head, but I know that it's going to make editing it easier, especially if I'm like pretty set on this idea, which is the one thing where I'm like, am I set on this idea? Is this the right idea? But I think it connects everything. It's so good. It's such a good idea, but I'm still nervous about it because there are a couple of kinks that have not been worked out, but I really want to keep writing. So I want to start the next chapter tonight. But the next chapter basically has to do with the character figuring out this new information that I have just conceived of. It's tough because I really would like to have cut myself more time to like think over this and develop it. But it's one of those ideas that just doesn't come to you until you're like halfway through the book. And then you're like, dang, this is the idea that I wish that I could have thought of in the plotting, but I just can't because I have to come up with the stuff on the fly or it doesn't come. And so it did. It's here. I just feel weird about moving into this new idea when I'm going to have to do so much back editing to make it make sense. But that's what I'm going to do. So, at the very least, tonight, I just want to start the scene. But it's a really cozy night, and I saw so many pretty leaves today. I don't know. I'm just feeling like kind of like settled and just not rushed. I don't want to rush this story. I just want to like spend time with it and let it do its thing. But I have to actually open my computer in order to do that. So I'm going to go do that. Okay, that's all for right now. I will talk to you later. Hello, I am on a mountain right now. Here, let me show you. And I'm just chilling out. We've been sitting up here for a little while. I'm doing some painting. I wanted to do a little bit of writing, and I don't really have any plans. I think I'm just gonna see what happens. I haven't really written a whole lot, but right now I'm just gonna chill out and write down some thoughts that I'm having. Hi everybody, I am back from vacation. I'm home now and kind of readjusting to being back from such a long vacation. It was like 11 days. Overall, it was an awesome trip. It was so much fun. I didn't get that much writing done, but I think that sometimes you just have to live a little. You know what I'm saying? There are seasons for different things. There are times to hibernate and write a lot, and there are times to go live your life. And this past 11 days was time to live my life. I mean, hey, I got some writing done, right? Like I wrote a whole chapter, kinda. Did some writing and some painting up on a mountain, and that was freaking awesome. And in general, I just had like a lot of time to think and enjoy beauty. It's kind of a reset, right? So like I've held myself back from writing for a while now, and I've been wanting to and feeling like, I really want to write. I'm kind of feeling bad about it. So now that I'm back and have the time to write and don't have beautiful things to see, I can jump back into it with so much energy. I've been waiting to do this for a long time now, and so I am so ready to jump back in. So sometimes, like, forcing yourself to take a break actually can create a lot of momentum. Sometimes. I'm hoping that that is what it is for me. Definitely, it was a little bit stressful knowing that I had such a hard deadline and that I was spending a lot of time not working towards it. I also think I'm gonna hit it. I think we're gonna make it. I won't say anything yet because I don't know the future, but I'd like to think that this story is really working together well and kind of figuring out like an insight that actually really works. Like, that's gonna go far. That's gonna really push me through the story because without that piece, I would have kind of been floundering, and I found it. So I'm happy. Well, that is all for now. I am back to the writing grind, and I will let you know all that happens with my final draft with me vlog that I will be filming for the next 2 weeks and writing and finishing, hopefully. I cannot wait to put the end at the end of this manuscript and print it and put it away. I love it, of course, but it's very long, and I think I'm ready to have a break from it because it's been a year. That's a long time. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to see what else I'm doing in the future. As a heads up, it's going to be a ton of writing. So if you're into that kind of thing, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you back here for the next video. If you're doing NaNoWriMo and you're stressed about it, leave a comment and let me know what is stressing you out, because there are so many factors that can be very stressful and I'm feeling a lot of them. Let me know in the comments what is stressing you out. I would love to hear all about it. Okay, that's all for now. Thanks so much for watching. Again, I really appreciate you taking the time to look at the fall colors and to enjoy learning more about my writing life. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.